Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time. And in fact, since this will be the first videos of the month, it means it is comparison video time as well, where I will be comparing some of the different sized bags from one seller and seeing which one is a better deal. And this week, in fact, actually this week and next week, I will be shooting 3 videos comparing all 3 different bags of Paydirt from this one seller. And as you saw in the thumbnail, it is Caribbean Paydirt. And the 3 bags I will be reviewing is the Gallo Bravo bag, which is an 8-ounce bag with no guaranteed amount of gold. Also going to be doing the Taino bag, which is 3 pounds of a clay material with minimum of 1 gram of gold. And then lastly, for next week's review, I will be doing the Rio de Oro, which is a 2-pound bag with guaranteed 1 gram of gold. So for today's video, we're going to be doing the Gallo Bravo. So I'm excited to get into this. This is Paydirt from the Caribbean. When he ships it, it does ship from the Caribbean. There's no, oh, this is Caribbean Paydirt and it ships from Florida or anything like this. This Paydirt ships from the Caribbean. So I'm really excited to get into it. Never had any Caribbean Paydirt before, and we're going to find out how it is. So I'm going to flash up the description, and then we're going to go classify this down and pan it all out. So let's get to the description. All right, at the table, got the Paydirt, got my pans. Let's weigh it up. It's supposed to be a minimum of 8 ounces, and as you can see, it is 8.9. So all we have to do now is classify this down, see what kind of material we got, and then we're going to do some panning. So let you listen to some music, and I'm going to classify this down. Finished classifying everything out, and as you can see, the vast majority of this material is in the plus 10, and then it steps down to almost nothing in the minus 40. See if any of this is crushable. Kind of looks like clay almost, but not really. These are all pretty hard rocks. Nothing really is crushing here like it was dried mud or anything like that, because it does kind of look like dried mud. Now let's see if there's anything magnetic in here. It does have a fairly good bit of magnetic considering how little bit of material there is. So it does have a little bit. Not a ton, but considering this is very little material. So I'm going to be really curious to see where all the gold's at. I mean, typically, this is a very low price bag. I would expect to find it in the lower 3 classifications, but with almost no material, I'm going to be really curious. So only way to find out, though, is to go pan it out. So I'm going to be right back with my gold pan, and we're going to see where this gold's at. I have my water all set up, have my Paydirt, and let's start going through it. Well, as you saw, finished panning everything out, and that stuff was fairly dirty. I did use a pour-off pan because I was trying to keep my water as clear as possible so you could see me pan better. And that was only an 8-ounce bag. I can imagine what that 3-pound and 2-pound bag are going to do to my water, so I would suggest using a pour-off pan with this Paydirt. But let's get to the gold I found. In the plus 10, nothing. Found absolutely nothing. Nothing there, so again, this is a under $40 bag, so I didn't really expect to find a lot of gold, but the majority of the material was in the plus 10, so I was thinking maybe one piece, but nothing. But then in the minus 10 plus 20, I found even more gold, a nice pile of gold. So I was pretty happy with that, probably 30, 40 pieces, so nice little haul right there. And this is really where I thought I'd find the majority of my gold, was in this one and the next classification, just because, again, the way the material classified out. And then I got to the minus 20 plus 40 and found even more gold. Again, a really, really nice pile of gold. So about 50 to 60 pieces. So again, really, really happy with that. And I have to say, that's a lot more gold than I thought I would find. I'm pretty sure that looks like almost a gram of gold. I mean, that's a good bit of gold for an under $40 bag when gold is over $40 a gram. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to weigh it up. I'm really curious about this ROI now. But for the minus 40, I did find even more gold. It ended up being, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But there are one little piece that probably minus 30 to plus 40, but then the minus 40 piece, 2 little tiny pieces. So not going to budget scale, but they are there. So let's just weigh these up and see exactly how much we got in each classification. So in the plus 10, we got 0, minus 10, plus 20, 0.330. And then in the minus 20 plus 40, 0.375, so about 0.7. A little bit over 0.7 grams. Not too bad. Not the gram I thought it might be, but gold is deceiving. And then the minus 40, that's not going to budge the scale. And yes, did nothing. So let's just add it all up, see how much we got. And I did get a question the other day in one of my videos where someone asked me, why don't I just weigh up each boat? Why do I go through all this and swap out the boats and stuff like that? And the reason for that is these boats do not all weigh the same. They are slightly off, and usually 0.005 to 0.01. So 0.710 is my grand total. And I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right. Finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get to it. Again, this was from CaribbeanPaydirt.com. It was the Gallo Bravo bag. It had no guaranteed amount of gold, but they did guarantee you would find gold. Its cost was $37.50. Shipping was $7.95. So a total cost right here, $45.45. Gold recovered, again, right here, 0.710 grams of gold. Gold spot on the day this was received was $47.86, making this gold's value $33.98, which means my ROI, my recovery of investment was 74.77%, or on my scale, a 7.5. So really good for a no guarantee bag. I mean, to get a 75% ROI, it's pretty good, especially, again, like I said, on a no guarantee bag. Now for fun factor, I'm going to bump this up to an 8. Now, I probably would have normally kept it right around the 7.5, but this is new Paydirt, somewhere I've never been before, and it was really cool to pan out some Paydirt from the Caribbean. So I'm going to bump it up to an 8. I was going to maybe bump it up a little bit higher if I'd have found gold in every classification, and there would have been more material. Unfortunately, most material being in the +10 kind of led to a disappointment when there was no gold in there. So it really ended up being about a 3-ounce bag. So I'm going to keep the fun factor in 8. A lot of that's due to the fact that it was Caribbean Paydirt, but for Paydirt description, I'm giving them an 8. For the Paydirt itself, it's probably a 6, but they do have a lot of information on their website. They have a really detailed blog where they talk about a lot of this stuff, so I'm bumping it up to an 8 because it is a very active website that has some good information on it. For quantity and packaging, they're getting a 9. It was over the 8 ounces they stated and in a coffee bag, so a 9 for that. Customer service and shipping is a 10. They shipped this stuff out really quickly. I mean, from the date it was ordered, it took 2 days to get to the person that ordered it for me, and that's being from the Caribbean. So that's really fast shipping. The customer service has been really good. I've actually had a lot of people emailing me about this seller, about how good the customer service is and how fast the shipping is. So he's getting a 10 for that. So total score right here for CaribbeanPaydirt.com's Gallo Bravo bag is an 8.5. So that's a really good score. Essentially anything over an 8 is something I would suggest. So 8.5, really good, especially again for a no guarantee bag. Under 50 bucks is $45.45. So pretty good. All that's left to do now though is to flash up a score and give away a 24 karat gold plated dime. So let's flash up the score right here. Now for today's 24 karat gold plated dime winner, it's going to go to Justin R. And that, by the way, is the person who was nice enough to order this Paydirt for me and ship it to me. And they actually donated one of the bags, which is the next bag I'll be reviewing. And that is a Taino bag. He was generous enough to donate this to me. So that's really cool of him. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because that is the clay bag. So we'll have to see how much of a nightmare that is panning out before I thank you for that donation. But thanks everyone for watching and happy panning. And make sure you hit the little subscribe button down there if you're not already a subscriber.